evening. You're watching News Edge with me, Priyamada Tyagi. The days are finally here. India is in the polls to elect members to the parliament in 7 different phases. Conducting India's election is no easy task. The Election Commission, EC, has to ensure that voters across the length and breadth of our vast nation is given an opportunity to vote. It is also to cater to a large crowd. This time, there are around 96.8 crore people eligible to vote this election. As the EC says, India gets ready for the celebration of democracy, a mammoth exercise in democracy which is world's largest electoral moment of man and material. But conducting an election on such a large scale also means a big cost. We explore just how much does it cost to conduct a Lok Sabha election and who burdens this expense. When India conducted its first election in 1951-52, it took the Election Commission 68 phases to complete the electoral exercise. At the time, it cost the country rupees 10.5 crore to organize the Lok Sabha election. Since then, there's been no looking back. With each election and the rise in the number of eligible voters, the cost of the poll has also increased significantly. In fact, it is only the 1957 election that saw a drop in the costs. In 2014, the year Narendra Modi was elected, the cost of the Lok Sabha election was rupees 3,870 crore. And if a report published by New Delhi-based Center for Media Studies is to be believed, then the cost of the polls in 2019 was a whooping rupees 50,000 crore, which is $7 billion. Compared to this is approximately $6.5 billion that was reported during 2016 US presidential elections as per the Open Secrets, which tracks money in American politics. If one analyzes the data even further, it is revealed that the EC spent 6 paisa per elector in 1951 and that has increased to rupees 46 in 2014. N. Bhaskar Rao, chairman of the Center of Media Studies, was quoted as telling Bloomberg that most of the money spent was on social media. A Columbia University lecturer who has followed elections in India concurs with this analysis, stating, Indian politicians feel you've got to do new things and crazier things and bigger things and louder things. It's a bunch of panky candidates throwing money around to voters but also to vendors selling all kinds of stuff useful in a political campaign. And if we go by the previous years, then 2024's election cost would approximately cost the double of the last election, which means a whooping rupees 10,000 crore. But what exactly does the EC spend on during polls? There is a myriad of expenses they make, from deploying official and armed personnel to setting up polling booth, procuring electronic voting machines and other things, including the edible ink and running awareness programs. Of these, procurement of EVMs is a significant part of the expenses. As per an Indian Express report, since the 2019 Lok Sabha polls were completed, the expenditure on procuring and maintaining these EVMs has risen. In the first budget after the election, the centre allocated rupees 25 crores for EVMs, and in the latest budget, rupees 1,891.8 crore was initially allocated for EVMs, with Sitharaman tabling an additional rupees 600.27 crore demand for grants in the winter session of the House. Well, another big expenditure is the administrative cost. The EC has to pay its officials and volunteers for the poll-related work. The officials are paid for attending training sessions and traveling. It also conducts campaigns and videographs polling the campaigns of political parties. These measures have increased the expenses manifold. In fact, as per an order released by the EC dated as recently as 22nd March, a presiding officer is paid rupees 350 per day, whereas polling officers are paid rupees 250 per day. The EC's budget, as per government data, has increased from rupees 236.6 crore in 2018-2019 to rupees 340 crore in the 2023-2024. This with the rise in EC staff from 591 personnel in 2022 to 855 in 2024. Experts note that the rising cost of the elections is not surprising considering the scale of the Lok Sabha elections. In the first general election, there were 1,874 candidates from 53 parties contesting in 401 constituencies, including dual member seats requiring 1.96 lakh polling booths. In 2019, these figures rose manifold with 8,005 for candidates from 673 parties in 543 constituencies with 10.37 lakh polling booths. And who shoulders this total expense? As per the guidelines issued by the Ministry of Law and Order in October 1979, the centre bears the cost of the Lok Sabha election fully. Similarly, the cost of state assembly elections that are held are completely borne by the state government. However, if the elections to state and Lok Sabha are being conducted simultaneously, the cost is borne by both the state and the centre equally. Well, this time along with Lok Sabha polls, the state of Andhra Pradesh, Sikkim, Arunachal Pradesh and Orissa will also go to the polls on 13th May. This election is bound to be expensive considering the duration of the polling period. The 2024 Lok Sabha elections will be held across 7 phases spanning across a long and tiring 44 days. The results of the polls will be announced on 4th June. The total days of the electoral process this time from the announcement of the polls by the Election Commission on Saturday till counting of votes is 82. The 2024 poll session stretching over 44 days and the longest ever since the first Lok Sabha election in 1951-52. Those polls were held from 25 October 1951 to 21st February 1952 and had a whooping 68 phases in which an astronomical 10 plus exercised their newly acquired voting rights. That's all we have for the day. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow.